Good day, children. Today, I will teach you how to add and subtract similar and dissimilar fraction. But before that, let us understand first the following terms. Number 1. What is a fraction? A fraction is composed of numerator and a denominator separated by a bar line. The numerator is the number above the bar, which tells the number of equal parts being considered or required, while the denominator is the number below the bar, which tells the number of equal parts into which a whole is divided. Let us have this example. 7 over 10. 7 is our numerator. This is above the bar line. 10 is our denominator because this is below the bar line. There are three meanings of fraction. A fraction is a part of a whole. Let us have this example. A chocolate bar is divided into 4 equal parts. Each of the 4 equal parts is called 1/4 of a whole. Another definition of fraction is that a fraction is a part of a set. Example, in a basket of 7 fruits, 4 are apples and 3 are bananas. We can say that 4 over 7 of the set of fruits are apples and 3 over 7 of the set of fruits are bananas. The third definition of fraction is that a fraction is an indicated division. 3/4 means 3 divided by 4. If you divide 3 by 4, it is equal to 0.75 or 75 hundredths. Another term that you need to understand is what is a similar fraction. Similar fractions are fractions with the same denominator. For example, 5/8, 1/8, 7/8, and 3/8. These 4 fractions have a denominator of 8. Therefore, these fractions are called similar fractions because they all have the same denominator of 8. Another term that you need to understand is dissimilar fractions. Dissimilar fractions are fractions with different denominators. Let us have this example. 1/7, 2/3, 3/5, and 5/6. This set of fractions are called dissimilar fractions because they have different denominators. Now, let us learn how to add and subtract similar and dissimilar fractions. Let us have first adding similar fractions. To add or subtract similar fractions, simply add or subtract the numerators and then copy the denominator. Let us have this example. 7 over 15 plus 10 over 15. It says in the rule that we need to add the numerator. So we have 7 plus 10 is equals to 17. And it says in the rule that we just have to copy the denominator. And their denominator is 15. So the answer is 17 over 15. 17 over 15 is not yet in its lowest term. So we need to reduce this fraction, 17 over 15, into its lowest term. Since 17 over 15 is an improper fraction wherein the numerator is bigger than the denominator, we need to divide it in order to change this fraction into a mixed fraction. 17 divided by 15. 17 divided by 15 is 1. 1 times 15 is 15. 17 minus 15 is 2. So we have the remainder 2. So the remainder, this will be our numerator. And the divisor, this will be our denominator. And our quotient, this will be our whole number. So the lowest term for 17 over 15 is 1 and 2 over 15. Now, let's learn how to add or subtract dissimilar fraction. In adding or subtracting dissimilar fraction, we convert each fraction to similar fractions and then add or subtract them. Now, I will show you how to subtract dissimilar fraction. So according to the rule, in subtracting dissimilar fraction, we need to convert this fraction first into similar fraction. So, to convert dissimilar fraction to similar fraction, we need to find first their LCD. So, LCD stands for the least common denominator. So, let us try this example. So, we have 4/5 minus 1/2. So as you can see, they have different denominator. We have denominator 5 and denominator 2. So meaning to say, we cannot subtract them directly. We need to follow the rule that we need to change this fraction first into similar fraction. So first step in changing dissimilar fraction to similar fraction is to look for the LCD or the least common denominator. So to find for the least common denominator, just use this strategy. You need to list the multiples of the denominator. So we have the denominator 5. We have also denominator 2. Let us list their multiples. 5, 10, 15, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So as you can observe, if the denominator is 5, then skip counting by 5. 5, 10, 15, 20. If the denominator is 2, then skip counting by 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now, look at on your list. Look for a number that is common. Look for the least number that is common among the two denominators. So the number that is common is 10. So this 10, this will be our LCD. Now, so we will proceed. So we will use this LCD as our new denominator. So we will put 10 there, copy the subtract sign, and then put 10. So, to find the new numerator, let us follow this step. Divide the LCD by the denominator. And then after, multiply the quotient to the numerator. Okay, let's try. 10 divided by 5, the answer is 2. And then you need to multiply to the numerator. So 2 times 4 is 8. So our new numerator is 8. Then let's do the same to the other. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 times 1 is 5. So we have our new set of similar fraction. So from 4/5 minus 1/2, it becomes 8, 10 minus 5, 10. Meaning to say, they have already the same denominator and they are already similar fractions. So we can already subtract this fraction. So according to the rule, subtract the numerator. 8 minus 5 is 3. And then just copy the denominator. So the answer is 3 over 10. Another example. So we have 4, 6 minus 1/2. Okay. So, our denominator is 6 and 2. So, we need to list the multiples. 6, skip counting by 6. So, 6, 12, 18. 2, skip counting by 2. 2, 4, 6. Now, we find the least common number among the two denominator. So, we will use 6 as our LCD. So, let's put 6 here and then 6 there. Okay? So, let's make it as an addition. Okay? So, remember, addition and subtraction, they have the same rule in adding and subtracting similar and dissimilar fraction. So, since this is dissimilar fraction, we need to change it into similar fraction. So, the first step, we need to find their LCD. If we have already the LCD, then let's proceed to the next step. We need to divide the LCD by the denominator. So, 6 divided by 6 is 1. And then multiply it to the numerator. So, 1 times 4 is 4. Next, let's do the same. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And then multiply 3 times 1 is 3. So, we have 4 plus 3 is 7. And then copy the denominator. Okay? So, as you can see, 7 over 6 is not yet in its lowest term. Why? Because 7 over 6, this is an example of improper fraction, wherein the numerator is bigger than the denominator. So, what are we going to do is we are going to change this improper fraction into mixed fraction. In changing improper fraction to mixed fraction, we just have to divide it. 7 divided by 6. 7 divided by 6 is 1. 1 times 6 is 6. And then we need to subtract. 7 minus 6 is 1. So we have a remainder 1. This remainder, this will be our numerator. And this will be our whole number. And this divisor, this will become our denominator. Okay, so that is the sequence. So 7 over 6 is equals to, the lowest term for 7 over 6 is 1. This one, our whole number. And then remainder, our numerator. So we will put 1 there as our numerator. And then the divisor, which will be our denominator. So 6. So the final answer for 4/6 plus 1/2 is 1 and 1/6.